All right. In order to finish our roof plan, more or less for our purposes right now, what I want to see are dimensions and section marks, which are basically section symbols, section cuts, that we're going to get to in a little bit. But the dimensions kind of have to take the form that you see in the drawings. Okay, those are going to be our critical dimensions. So really, the overall dimensions are key. So like this thing right here showing us how far it is from here to here. And then any dimension that's relative to a grid. And I would say some of these dimensions are critical. They're probably a little shy on dimensioning in this plan. So I'm going to walk through it with you. First off, the grids aren't really set properly. Oh, I have my guide grid on. Let me turn that off. The grids aren't really set the way I want them to be, at least me personally. I kind of like having my grid bubbles on the left and the top, so I'm going to modify that. The left ones are fine. I got to modify these so that they're on the top. This is a little bit laborious, so I do apologize. It just takes a little bit of time to do that. Yeah, I wish there was a way to schedule this. You can change this with Dynamo, but and then the other thing is these right here. I got to pull this thing inside, which might have an effect on my elevations, but we'll figure that out later. Okay, you do not generally need elevation markers in a roof plan view. So this little element right here, I can get rid of that by changing my scope box. So my scope box for this view is pretty big. In case you missed it, I hit that little button down there to turn it on. Not the scope box, sorry. Let me say the correct word. It's a crop region. So if you click that on, that toggles it. I'm going to use that crop region and just pull it back so that those elevation views go away. Elevation marks. Turn it off and then go back. So the dimensions are going to be the overalls, and then we need the eaves. And I think that should just about cover it. So you only need to dimension the overall dimensions like this. So you can use the grid lines as your primary overall. And then do that in both directions. So we're going to go here as well. So your overall grid dimension is the key one. Okay. And then from there, you can dimension each of the eaves that are going to be kind of extending beyond that. So that's what you saw in the plan. We're going to do a dimension here, which 2'1" is actually not correct. We'll dimension down from that grid to here. 3'1", where did all that come from? I think it's going to be important for you to dimension this little guy as well. Don't have any dimensions on that one, but you will need to dimension this eave as well. That one's already dimensioned. Actually, this should probably, if you need to move a dimension, you can just grab this little blue marker there and put it there. We got that one covered up top. And then we're going to do one down here. You could show both sides, but you don't have to. Since it's a symmetrical relationship, you probably should show some other annotation if you are doing something that's symmetrical, but you don't really have to. So generally speaking, those are the dimensions you need. Any other questions? Okay, cool. One other thing that I want to show you real quick. This should not be this tall, so let me fix this real quick. That's going up to level 2. I need to say -1 foot. This floor level shouldn't really show decking on the outside of the building. So, and actually, it shouldn't show decking on the inside either. This was the default floor deck graphic that was built into the template. So I'm going to edit that out. Just go into the material and just take this surface pattern. You can click on no pattern and it'll reset it to nothing. That's it. So when all said and done, you've got your completed roof plan. This is everything we need to do on the roof plan for the schematic design set submittal. Any other questions? Okay, cool. What's that?